questions, but it's also a great time to cover topics that folks have a lot of questions on or helping you figure out how to save more on whatever it might be. Tonight, we're going to hit two topics that we have not hit in a while. And one of those is organizing coupons. So it seems kind of basic, but it really is huge in the sense of how much time couponing needs to take you or is taking you. That's really actually probably the number one excuse that I get from folks as to why they do not coupon or try to save money more than just, heading to Aldi. I have a number of friends that love Aldi as their number one store. Guys, you can beat Aldi. And I know that gets some people's panties in a wad, but you can. And if you're willing to put in a little bit of time in the grocery store, you can significantly cut your budget. One of the biggest time wasters, though, is the way that you're choosing to organize your coupons. So I do want to hit on it. We haven't hit on organizing coupons I don't know actually that we've done it at all this year. So kind of bad for me for skipping it over, but we've had a lot of great topics this year. It is one that we've done before. So I know for some of you who are on with me a lot, this is old hat, but y'all can help other people. There are always folks who have questions as to the best way to organize their coupons. And I know I saw one person on YouTube last week that said, "Oh, I can't wait to be attacked as the one person who uses a binder." Y'all probably know, if you've been around long enough, that I am not a binder girl, but I'm not going to attack you. What works for one person is not going to work for every single person. And if you love having all of your coupons cut in front of you, that's great. It just takes time, and you have to be willing to make that sacrifice. I'm not willing. I need couponing to be fast, because even for me, guys, I run a couponing site. But even for me, when life gets crazy, I do push the coupons to the side. I still shop the sales and get the things that we need and keep us stocked following sales. But yes, there are moments that the coupons don't necessarily even come out of their mailer. And that's just where life can be. So we all have those moments. And keeping a binder was a goal of mine. I did it for probably 3 months. That's how long it lasted. I spent an entire weekend moving into that coupon binder with little kids climbing all over me at the time. And I did. I had to give up within 3 months, because once you take a week off, you've got this week's coupons to organize, but you have next week's coupons, and you're quickly behind and you cannot catch up. And so that is where I found myself, and I went back to what I currently use. So I'm not going to say binders are not the way to go for everyone, but for most folks, binders are where you go to die. That is my personal opinion, because they just suck all the time that you have, and that doesn't need to be what you're doing to save money. So for me, my coupons come in the mail. This always starts the same question. So I order my coupons from SundayCouponInserts.com, and we'll stick the link in because someone always asks for it. These actually came today. Last week they came on Saturday. It was like Christmas, but this week they're back. They're normally in my mail on Monday. So literally just got them out of the mailbox as I drove home 20 minutes ago. So these are my inserts from this Sunday in today's mail. I have a standing order of 4, which means that I have 4 of each insert that was in the paper. That's a lot. I have a family of 7. So for me, having 4 sets of inserts, it works for us. It's about what we need to be able to stock up for 6 weeks. If you don't have a family of 7, you probably don't need that many. Let me just tell you that one. What you do need, if you're trying to decide on inserts, is at least 2. Because if I'm going into the store and I want to get a buy one, get one deal, let's say Publix, if you live in Florida, you have to buy both of them. Even if I don't live in Florida, if I wanted to buy 2, I'm allowed 2 coupons. So I want at least 2 inserts. There are other situations in stores like CVS where you have to buy both of them. CVS will allow a coupon on the one that's free. So have 2 coupons. That's where having 2 of these comes in handy as your minimum. So my inserts come in the mail, and for me to organize, if you look right there, whoo, it's super tiny. There's a date on here, but if you just deal with them the week they come, you don't have to worry about looking at that, because I've already hit the age where it's hard to read. So I take these and I would write to yesterday's date really big, just somewhere on the front, so that I can spot that pretty easily. And all of these inserts are going to go in this guy. So this is just a hanging file folder. And if you wanted to try to find one like this, I think I've shared this in the past, good luck, because I stole this from my husband. It is from the 1990s. He had all of his high school work in this, and it was in our garage. And I decided that we've reached a point in life where we didn't need high school work anymore. So I took it over. So it is all my coupons in hanging file folders. They do still sell these, but probably not quite this quality anymore. So all my coupons in hanging file folders. And you'll notice there are no tabs there. I don't really need tabs. The oldest ones that are in here are in the front, and the newest are in the back. So this week's insert is going to go in the back, and the ones from the front each week are going to come out. This is how simple it is. So this file is in the very front. It is the oldest insert in here. I don't know if I can balance this so well, so we'll put this down for a second. So this is the oldest that is in my file folder, and you're literally watching me organize my coupons here. It's going to take me, it would take me 6 seconds on my own, and it's going to take me, a minute and a half to explain. This is June 28th. You can see that right there, the date. It's kind of tiny, but there we go. There's a big one to give you an example of how big we normally make them. June 28th just came out. This week goes in the folder, and the folder goes in the back, and we're done. We have organized the coupons for this week. Seriously, it's that easy. I am going to show you one tip. Folks always ask, and it's a super easy tip to see what has expired in that oldest insert. So there we go, boom. Now it's in the back. We're done. Coupons have been organized. Now, for those of you in the binder, I don't think you can be that fast. So here's my tip for you though. We've got the 6/28 inserts here that just came out. So to show you, let's see, let's switch this. To show you the quick way to do this, you want to go to Southern Savers, you want to pull up the database, because there are technically coupons that are still good in what I just took out. Now I have 12 pockets in that hanging file folder. That is also a question that I get a lot. It holds 12 weeks, which is right at 3 months. It is perfect because right at 3 months is when coupons tend to expire. So I've got the database pulled up, and I'm going to put in the name of this insert. So this is a smart source, so SS 6/28. Everything that the database shows is all that is left in this insert that is still good. And you'll actually notice a few of these even expire this week. A good chunk of them expire today or Wednesday. So there's a lot that isn't going to be good any longer after this week. And you can look at that list and decide, have I already used them? Do I even want them? For most of the ones that it's showing me, I don't really want them. So then I can do that for the next one. And I can go RMN, retail me not. So RMN, switch out that SS right there in the front, RMN, everything in here is expired. It's showing me absolutely no coupons. That entire insert, no good. And then there we go, that was it. It was just those two, one smart source, one retail me not. We've figured out that nothing in here is still any good that I would want, and we can kind of deal with them from there. So you've got a couple options. Just to plug this one too, coupons can have another life. You can send these overseas. So if you Google coupons for the troops, you can send your expired coupons to military bases that are not in war zones, I guess would be the best way to put it, but it's bases where someone could actually take their entire family. So this is going to be bases in Germany and other places around the world. This is not U.S. bases. This is, or U.S. soil bases. I don't know. You get the idea. They go in a flat rate mailer, and you send them overseas. They can use your expired coupons up to 6 months past their expiration date on a US overseas base. So pretty sweet if you want to give your coupons another life. Outside of COVID land, I know there are a lot of libraries that do this, so you could actually just drop your coupons off at the local public library and they cut them and kind of get them organized. You don't have to organize them. You really could just take them straight like this and put them in a mailer. But some folks do put a little bit of time into it because, they obviously don't want the Dollar General ad in Germany. It's not going to do them much good. But just a plug, you could also throw them away or recycle them, but a plug that you could do something else with them if you wanted to, find a way to give back to folks you can with your expired coupons. So that is literally my 10 seconds worth of organization, but just showing you by organizing tonight's coupons, that's what I do. And then when I sit down and I use the lists that are on Southern Savers, I am going to use those quick cutting guides. So I'm going to actually pull up my shopping list from CVS this week of just the top CVS deals. It's not actually everything that I purchased. It would be a very long list. But it's what I went to take pictures of for tomorrow's drugstore video. So at the bottom of this shopping list, so this is just pulled from the Southern Savers CVS list, but at the bottom of the shopping list is a quick cutting guide. And this was built specifically for me, I guess you could say, because I'm using it. So there, I tried to make it super big, but the quick cutting guide has your coupons organized by insert. So if you organize your coupons the way that I organize mine, you would come here, you would say, okay, SS 719, this is the one thing I need out of 719. This is the one thing I need out of 830. And you could grab that insert and cut that one coupon and kind of move through this really quickly so that I am able to get my coupons cut within maybe 20 minutes. It's not gonna take that long. So I'm not spending an hour and a half sitting somewhere getting ready to go to the store, max, including the time to make the list and decide what I wanted to buy, maybe 40 minutes, and I'm out the door. And that's up to you. It depends on how fast you are on making your shopping list. But for me, I tend to try to focus on the top deals, kind of pulling over the items that I would want the most, and getting all of those over to the shopping list, and then grabbing this quick cutting guide and going. A lot of you know as well, but to keep it real, I really hand this part of the list over to my kids and I have them help me. So I'll put on here, I'll print this out and I'll put little numbers right next to it, like cut me one of this or cut me two of this. Sometimes I'll say cut all, however many we have, cut them all. I don't do that a lot, but it just depends on what the item is. And they handle cutting all the coupons for me. All of my children learned how to cut by cutting coupons. Every single one of them was putting scissors in their hand and giving them expired coupons and saying, yes, mama needs that one, cut that one for the 3-year-old or the 4-year-old, obviously with little kid scissors. But they learn and they want to do it right. And they're super excited to be helping with their big sister. So there's your parenting tip for the night. But you're teaching them that this time that we spend getting our list together is important. I'm teaching them that for us to save money at the grocery store means that we have money to spend on something else, or that overall we've used our money wisely. These are important life lessons, all because we need to get ready to go to the grocery store. So, yay for winning on parenting and saving money. It's like a double win in the end. Okay, I know I've ignored some questions, so I'm going to jump over to some questions now, and then we'll come back to where we were. So Maria jumping in, yes. Maria says, I've heard that Walgreens is changing their point system. They are, so no panicking, but Walgreens has decided that CVS and Rite Aid are cool and that they really want to join the CVS and the Rite Aid train. So what they are going to do, balance rewards, the name is going to change to My Walgreens Cash. That is what I've heard so far. It has not technically been released to the public yet, but I don't think they're going to change the name. At this point, it has been released to all of the Walgreens employees and store managers. So it's going to be My Walgreens Cash, and what is currently a point system in Walgreens will become a dollar system. honestly, that's going to be so much more usable for most people. So if you think about the average shopper in Walgreens who doesn't really understand a reward system anyway, and then you put that reward system on a 1,000 point equals $1 basis, it was already kind of messed up from the beginning. So don't panic. There will still be deals. Your balance rewards are not going to be taken from you. You will be able to use them just like you would. They don't expire for a year. What I've not gotten the answer on is whether or not your current balance rewards will be converted to $1 cash, or you will just continue to use your points up, and then you will receive this $1 My Walgreens cash. But that is what it's changing to. It will still run the exact same way. It will still run through the app and through the card, basically, and the same type of like keeping up with your rewards the way that you normally do. You don't have a printed balance reward. It appears that you won't have a printed My Cash either, all running through the app. So their goal in this too is that you'll have more deals that are focused on what you've been purchasing. So we already see a lot of just for you coupon offers, and that we will start to see even more of those. That's the ultimate goal for Walgreens corporate. So no panicking. And this whole program switch is not going to happen until the end of October. So you still have a whole nother month on balance rewards, and then look for this to start in November, which I will say is humorous because they love to make massive changes right before the holidays. They do need to work on their implementation strategy a little bit, but it's going to be okay. You're still going to have deals, just going to change the name. Okay, Catherine asked, could I give us an idea of the days of the week that I do shopping? So for me, Catherine, I shop on Wednesday. It is the start of the ad in our area for all of our grocery stores. Honestly, the reason that I'm in the store on Wednesday is because I'm there for you guys to get all the unadvertised list items. So I'm already taking pictures. If you ever see me in a grocery store, that's all I'm doing is taking pictures in Publix and Bilo. So I tend to shop one of those two stores when I'm already out. For you, if you're trying to decide like the best day to shop, in all honesty, if you're not a senior, so senior in Publix, 55 or older, Bilo 60 or older, Kroger 55 or older, I think, I wouldn't shop on senior day if you're not a senior. So that is Wednesday in Publix and in Bilo. I don't, Winn-Dixie, I guess, I'm not sure if Winn-Dixie has a senior day now that I think about it. By the way, Publix in Florida, no senior day in Florida. I'm really talking about something that exists outside of Florida. But it's busy and it's slow. So don't shop on senior day if you're not a senior. It is the start of the ad, but you could go another day. Ideal day, if you weren't going to shop the first start of the ad, is to ask your store, when do they get their midweek truck? So each store gets a huge truck. That's what the midweek truck is, and it's basically going to restock your store. It's going to feel like it was the first day of the ad. In our area, a lot of our Publix stores, that truck comes on Monday. So if you were to shop on Monday, you would have all of next week's coupons, which can be big, and you would get a fully restocked store. So if I had to pick, and I wasn't already going to the store on Wednesday for an unadvertised list, I would be a Monday shopper, in all honesty. And then drugstores start on Sundays. That's your call as to when you want to shop them. The free items can go quickly. In a normal world, you just get a rain check for those items in CVS. So it really doesn't matter what day you want to shop the drugstores. SP Marsh, it is a completely off-topic question, but that is okay. When do I expect Dyson cordless vacuums to be on sale? So at this point, I would have said go Kohl's, but through last weekend, Kohl's was running 30% off for Kohl's Cash members, or Kohl's Charge Card members, 30% off, and you got Kohl's Cash. That usually makes for some of the best deals. At this point, I would tell you to hold off for Veterans Day. So what Kohl's will run for Veterans Day, if you have a Kohl's card, is they will run 30% off your entire purchase for card holders over Veterans Day weekend, but they always run a $10 off any $25 purchase as well. That will stack, and they'll run Kohl's Cash. So go that weekend, or wait for Black Friday week, because Black Friday week, Kohl's will increase the amount of Kohl's Cash. So last year we saw $15 in Kohl's Cash for every $50 that you spent instead of the normal $10, which is pretty sweet. and we saw stacking coupons. So we saw, a 20% off home and a 30% off or a 10 off 50 on home. So looking for those stacking offers. Kohl's is usually my go-to for vacuums. Your other option is to wait for Target, and that is going to be closer to Black Friday, getting into the holiday season. I think it's hilarious that vacuums make holiday deals, but they do. So I do not recommend giving them for Christmas if there's any husbands watching, unless your wife insists that this is what she wants, but that is when we see the biggest sales. So Melody, you're asking how much do I pay? I'm not seeing that in context because my husband pulled that one for me. So if you mean in terms of the inserts that come, the inserts that I order, so the 3 that just came today in my mailer, that will change based on the number of inserts that were in the paper that week. And honestly, that's just something where you're just going to need to look on the website. So you do pay extra for 4 inserts because they do come priority mail and they come a little faster. I want to say it comes out to about $10 on average per week, which is steep, but I also just bought 4 papers basically. So if you went to the store and you bought 4 papers, it's about the same price. So ordering your inserts online is not any cheaper than buying your local papers. You're buying them online if you want to go that route. You don't even have to, but I'm buying them online because I can get better inserts than I could get in my local area. So I get more coupon offers that were not in the local paper and that just makes me happy. Basically, if I've got to spend my money somewhere, getting this option, my money goes further. It gets more offers. Okay. Melody, great question. So what do I use to take my coupons into the store? Kind of one of 2 options. So when I have gotten this shopping list here together, and I've cut all the coupons there, if let's say that I was going to get a deal, whatever the deal was, I would have written next to this, right next to the item in pen on my printed shopping list, buy 2 of this, buy 1 of this, so that I knew the plan. And all the coupons that are cut, they usually go in a Ziploc bag, pretty low key. I don't need any coupons with me in the store because this shopping list tells me what to buy and how many to buy, because I've taken the time before I went to the store to write that off to the side. I did find before I did that, when I would just print my shopping list and go, that I would spend a lot of time in the store going, oh wait, how many was I supposed to get of this? And how many was I supposed to get of this? So just take the 5 minutes and do that before you leave, writing off to the side, oh, I want to get 1 Bounty paper towel and I want to get 2 packs of Pampers diapers. That would be the deal. You're done. You've bought everything you needed for that $30 purchase in CVS. So taking that moment, all the coupons go in a Ziploc bag, Melody, and that might be all I take to the store. Now, there are moments that I will take this guy into the store. So this is it's a whole nother system, and you could go this route. So this is like the middle ground between keeping your inserts whole and going to a binder, is going with a organization system that is by category. So this is really like an insulated lunch bag, and it has 3 coupon folders inside of it with their tops permanently cut off so that they're always open. So I'm going to pull out one of them. So this is just one little coupon folder. And some crumbs are coming out with him. And this just has categories that are large chunks of the store separated out in this one accordion little coupon folder. So you'll notice this one's all food. There's another one that's all personal care and household. So you could take your inserts, cut what you know you're going to use, cut the brands that you love, or it's a high value coupon, and you could keep them organized in here in categories if you wanted to. Now you're still talking about 30 minutes or more every week to do that. That's your call, but it is an option. For me, I do carry this around with me sometimes, Melanie, not all the time, but sometimes. And generally the only thing that's in here, so I'll fan it out so you can see, most of them are pretty empty. There's not a lot in those little sections. I don't know if I can hold it to where you can see in there and them not fall out. Most of them are pretty empty. So the ones that are in there, coupons that we found in the store, these are fun. The company sent them to me years ago and they have no expiration date. So I just hold on to them. But a good chunk are store tear pads, whatever. They just It could be printables that I printed and they just hang out with me until I choose to use them too. But that's it. There are no inserts in here, just printables, just things that I found in the store, whatever they might be. They hang in here. So I will usually, if I take this in the store, it's mostly so that I can just organize the ones that I found in the store as I go along. If I don't take this with me, they end up in a pocket in my purse, and then I come home and I shove them in here. But I just use this for loose coupons because if you, oh look, that's funny. In the bottom of my bag is a Ziploc bag because that's really my norm. So you do need somewhere that you're going to keep loose coupons when you organize in a hanging file system or just somehow keeping your inserts whole, because you are going to have coupons that you printed early or that you came upon in the store. So for me, they live in here, and this is really overkill. It's more categories than I need for the few coupons that I have that are loose, but I already had the bag made up for when I would teach workshops, so I might as well use the bag and put it to use. So that is what I take into the store with me from time to time if it happens to be in the car. Okay, let's see. So Mary Johnson says, I get my papers on Sunday morning, I come home, I cut them, I clean my binder out, I fill it with coupons, and you make your shopping list from the store flyers, and that's your Sunday. That's perfect. So if that's your routine and it works for you, then stick with it. And I'm glad that it works. But hopefully, you know, for some folks, I don't have a whole Sunday to give. I have other things that I do on Sunday. I want to be able to get my shopping list together, get ready for the store, and be out the door in 40 minutes. That makes me happy. It's just kind of the way to go. So, oh, and I think, Paige, I hit your question already, kind of going through old questions. So I have 12 hanging file folders in that hanging file system. That's 3 months, and it does right at that moment. Almost everything will be expired in most of them. Obviously, the P&G inserts were expired 2 months ago. They're only good for 1 month. But those Smart Sources and the Retail Me Nots tend to be good for about 3 months. Let's see. So what do I do with the coupons I don't use? Christina, for me, if I don't end up using a coupon, they end up getting sent overseas. And, you know, I might have a lot that look like this where pieces are missing. So I will go through sometimes and clean out if there aren't any there, donate them to the library if you've got a library that is sending them overseas, or get together with some friends and send them overseas to the troops. Sometimes that doesn't happen either and they just get chunked, or I give them to the kids and I let them cut them up. But that's usually what happens about this time of the year. Sometimes they just end up being the starter for our fireplace fires, you know, recycling them in some sense as well. But you don't necessarily use every coupon. You're not going to. First off, there are things that you don't purchase. And second, just because I didn't purchase it doesn't mean it wasn't a great deal. So for example, I don't need to purchase eggs. I got 20 some odd chickens in the side yard. So yes, there are some coupons that I'm not ever gonna use. I could give them to friends, but normally for me, I don't even notice them. So by the time they expire, I could have shared them, but I didn't. So just to, you know, keep it real. Oh, and Jessica says, my CVS account normally has tons of coupons and now I have none. So I know for me, I have a lot this week, Jessica. I'm not sure if yours are just maybe having a hard day and not showing up right away. But there are a chunk of them this week. So I would hope that yours will come back. If you just give it, I don't know, another week, maybe they'll be there. I'm not sure why they would have just disappeared. I do know that some folks had this issue a couple of months ago. If they don't come back CVS store coupon wise, then I would encourage you that it might be the time to start a new CVS card. That's kind of the only way to go in terms of getting your store coupons to show back up in the system, is to become a new shopper, and that's not always the best answer. Okay. Oh, and Paige, I will, as soon as I get more on the Walgreens change, I will gladly let you know. They're not going to take those points away. I do know that much. Those points do not expire for a year. So in terms of the Walgreens switchover, don't panic. Those $20 in points might just become $20 in my Walgreens cash. And there's going to be some logistics there for us to get used to because, like CVS, you don't get change, and I suspect that's going to be a big one and a tricky one for folks in Walgreens. We're used to using our points to pay towards what we owe, so you just need to kind of keep using your My Walgreens cash to do that same thing. Let's see. Melody's asking, do I shop at Dollar General? I do sometimes, Melody, not all the time. It's actually the closest store to our house. It's about 10 minutes away. But it's not one, normally if I'm going all the way into town to go shopping, I just go all the way into a grocery store. And I tend to just shop one grocery store and one drugstore a week and get most of what we need from those two stores. Occasionally, I will hit the gift card deals that are running in Target, like this week when there are money makers all over the beauty care section of Target. I am glad to get the money makers that Target might be running, but normally just a grocery store and a drugstore, and I don't hit the Dollar Generals and the Family Dollars. We do cover them on Southern Savers. I just don't always get to those stores, and you can't shop. Oh, and Ellen, you didn't know that there was a senior day. So outside of Florida, yes, on Wednesday it is senior day, and you get 5% off of your groceries as your senior discount. So you should be taking advantage of this. And all you got to do is just say, I want my senior discount, and you're done. It's magical. So you should definitely start to do that. And Paige is asking about rain checks. I do know, Paige, a couple of weeks ago, folks did start to share that they could get rain checks in their Publixes, but it is right now based on a store-by-store basis. So I know not all of the Publixes in my area are issuing rain checks, but some have started back. So hopefully we're going to see that become across the board, and rain checks are going to become a norm again without issues. And Sonia, going back to Dollar General on this one, so if you've not heard, some of you, Dollar General does have penny items. Those penny items are when Dollar General corporate has clearanced things out in their system. They go down to the value of a penny. Well, here's the thing. Those items were supposed to have been pulled by your store. And so if you can't find them in your store, it's because your store is doing their job. They're not supposed to sell them for a penny. They were supposed to have long been off the shelves and never sold for a penny, but pulled, and then they get donated from Dollar General. At that point, the donation is much more valuable to them than selling it to you for 1 penny. So your store is doing what they're supposed to do, and that's why you're not finding any. I have tried in the past as well, Sonia, and found it's just kind of a bunch of like sending yourself in to go crazy. I don't really want to do that. So I don't even attempt anymore. The other thing that you'll run into if you found some is that some stores will say, you know what, I get that you found it. We'll sell you 1, but you can't buy all of these. And they'll take them from you and say you got 1. And I also kind of get that from a business perspective. I know that that was not Dollar General's intention to sell them all for $1. So you have to kind of be ready for that answer from them if you did find them. And that can be frustrating too. So I don't even try. Okay. Let's see. Oh, y'all have lots of questions tonight. What month does Walgreens have their Christmas perfume gift sets on sale and in store? So that's going to be all of November and all of December. We're going to see the same deal basically between Walgreens and CVS, Melody, on perfumes. And those will start as soon as Halloween is over. Christmas begins, and they will just stay on sale until the Christmas holidays. When would be the best time to buy an air fryer? You were looking to get those as Christmas gifts. So Paige, what I would do, and I don't know if you're looking for a specific brand of air fryer, but the cheapest deal that you're going to find if you're wanting to give them as gifts is to watch Best Buy. So Best Buy runs daily deals, and they're not really creative. So they tend to rotate between the same like 10 to 12 items that are on that daily deal in the kitchen section, because I really don't think they sell a bunch in their kitchen section. But it rotates between air fryers of different sizes and different values, and then it rotates between Instant Pots. They're all the Best Buy brands, so a lot of them are Insignia brand. Some of them are different brands, but a lot of times they're as low as like 29 bucks. They're good prices, and they've got pretty good ratings. So that's the deal that I would watch for the most. We will see some other deals on air fryers, but not usually that cheap. So if you're wanting to try it, that's the way I'd go. Okay. So Paige is asking, so what do I do if what I wanted to buy and get so much of a reward back on multiple different items and they don't have some of the items that I wanted to get for the deal in the store? Do I bring extra coupons as a backup? So this is basically a drugstore question, and to kind of explain it further, it depends on the store, Paige. So if I'm in CVS, let's say, this week in particular in CVS, I'm actually going to pull up my shopping list to kind of answer this. This week in CVS, if you look at this section of the shopping list, there's a buy $30 worth of products and get a $10 extra care buck back. There's a number of participating items that are part of this, but paper goods are part of it this week, which is exciting because you're not going to find paper goods on a gift card deal in Target. So this is the best deal you're going to get, is the drugstores. So by $30 worth, you're getting 10 bucks back. Now, there aren't really great coupons for paper goods, but one deal idea would be to grab a huge thing of Tide, one other thing, and one thing of paper goods. You've got $3 off coupons on Tide. So if I'm in CVS and I decide that I'm going to do this, but CVS doesn't have what I was looking for all the items, I could actually buy what they did have. I could use coupons on what they did have and head to another CVS and finish the deal. So CVS tracks you over purchases and multiple stores. Walgreens does not do that. So that's why I say it depends on what store you're in. If I'm in Walgreens trying to do a very similar deal, I am going to need to change up what my plan was. And this is where having different coupons or having a backup plan with some other options comes in handy. Now, normally for me, Paige, when I head into the drugstores, I do always have a backup option, and cosmetics is probably the best example. So let's say that I was going to head in and get a CoverGirl deal, and we've got coupons for eye and for face and for lip. I would actually go ahead and cut a couple of both. I really probably only need to grab 2 products, but I'm still I'm leaving my options open, making up my mind when I get there based on maybe what I need or what I see that's going to work best for the price, and kind of working out what that value is. So there are a lot of times where I'm headed into the drugstore specifically that I will go in with extra coupons that I may or may not use. Grocery store wise, that's not a big deal, because grocery store, you're not trying to work out these scenarios and these deals, and you're just grabbing items and using coupons, and grocery stores are much more straightforward, but hopefully that gives you the answer that you were looking for. Yolanda says you went to Kroger and they were no longer taking paper coupons. They refused your paper coupons. So Yolanda, Kroger Corporate has not made any changes. There are some Kroger stores that have kind of gone rogue and decided to make their own policies. What I would do is call Kroger Corporate and complain. It's kind of the only thing you can do, is file a complaint that you aren't happy with the policy that your store has made. Generally, what we see when people do that is that Kroger Corporate, after just a few complaints, really calls the store and says, enough of that. You can't do that. So hopefully that will be all that you need to get them to switch their tone. Now, Kroger does allow their stores to make individual coupon policies, which is very annoying. No other grocery store does that. Honestly, if your Publix gave you that kind of spiel, one phone call to Publix Corporate would turn your store around. Kroger, it's going to take a few more phone calls, but they will eventually tell your store, no one's really happy with this plan. You're going to have to alter that game plan. So you just got to let them know. You got to let corporate know that you're not happy about it. Forever Young is asking, where can we get Tide coupons? So really no one is getting Tide coupons in those P&G inserts. You are not alone. So to pull out mine, I will show you. Yes, I order mine from a bigger city, but that does not mean that they're going to be in here. I haven't even looked, but I know that they're not going to be in here. I'm just going to turn to the center, which is where they usually are, and it's like a big old print these online ad. So I think we keep regional coupon insert data because folks send it to us, which is wonderful. Huge thank you to all the people who volunteer to send in that. And I know right now for the probably 20 some odd cities that we get, 2 have been getting the Tide inserts. 2, that's it. Jacksonville, Florida, and somewhere in Kentucky, I think. My mother will totally send me a message here in a minute and tell me which one it is. But this is what the rest of us get. Just go and print your Tide coupons. There's really nowhere that you're going to be able to get those inserts. If you were wanting those Tide coupons, you're going to have to print them, or use the digital versions that are available, thankfully, in most stores. So I can load them for each and every store that I'm going to go to, if that's the case, and I've got a digital offer to use for each and every single one of those stores. Okay. Someone says, I have a $5 off $10 Gillette razor, and the Gillette razors are on sale for $9.99 this week, so I can't use that coupon. Correct. You're right. So if you're headed in to use a CVS store coupon, it does have to be over the value of the CVS store coupon for that store coupon to apply. I've got a 5 off 20 in Gillette, but you could piece it together with 2 deals. There is a deal on Gillette disposables. There's a deal on Gillette refills. There's a deal on Gillette actual razors. So maybe you buy 1 or 2 of those deals to be able to use that store coupon. Just throwing it out there as an option. But, you know, other than that, no, you wouldn't be able to use it. So Tara says, the Atlanta Journal, they do not cover the P&Gs anymore. You're right. So if you order them, yes. So if I order from an online coupon site, you would be able to get those P&G inserts. You're not the only city P&G is pulled out of. Retail Me Not has also pulled out of a number of cities. So that's your only option if you wanted to get that. Hopefully, you know, just telling you up front, your P&G coupons with Sunday coupon inserts are not going to have the Tide coupon. So Desiree, you're not alone. They don't. And really, most cities don't. Again, so of all the cities that we have in the database, 2 are getting Tide coupons. And I think that that's probably going to get even smaller. I told you my mom was going to send me a message. So she just sent it this week. Mobile, Alabama, Knoxville, Tennessee, and Jacksonville were 3 cities got them in the entire Southeast. So most of us are not getting Tide coupons. Okay, last question. Then my goal was to get to mobile apps. So is Black Friday the best time to get a Fitbit? Also, do I think that we'll see Black Friday deals this week? So yes, at this point, Paige, you do want to wait for Black Friday or Black Friday week for a Fitbit or any type of health tracker. And my theory for Black Friday, I think what we'll see across the board, it is going to be online. There will be deals in the store. None of them will be store specific. Like you have to go to the store to get this. I think all of the deals will be available online this year with no in-store timed doorbusters. What we will see are timed doorbusters online. So Kohl's has done this for a few years, and we're going to see a lot of stores really following Kohl's. I think Kohl's has won being a early adopter of online Black Friday. And so, yes, they all study each other. This is just how it works. And you're going to see everybody follow suit with what they have done. I think that if you do not have a Target Red Card, this is going to be a key year to have a Red Card. Remember, one of the biggest perks for having a Red Card is early access to Black Friday deals. So I'm telling you, don't make me say I told you so later, but if you're wanting like some key Black Friday time deals, get a Red Card. And if you don't have a Red Card and you get one right now, I'm not selling them, don't worry, but they are through the 10th of October, I think, offering a $40 coupon off of your next $40 purchase when you sign up for a Red Card. So I don't suspect we'll see that again until after the holidays. So it's a good time to get one to be able to get those time deals for Target. Now, obviously that's not Walmart, but I think we'll see Walmart push, just to give you an insight on that one, is the new Walmart Plus membership that they're trying to push because they're trying to be like Amazon. Everyone's trying to be like Amazon. I suspect that we will see Walmart Plus members getting early access to Black Friday as well. I don't know. It's your call. For me, Target Red Card, having no fees, getting the debit version, not having to pay for the service, I'm cool with that to get early access to Black Friday. I don't know if I want to pay for Walmart service to get early access, but I do think that we will see them throw that in there because they're not really having a big adoption of this new Walmart Plus. They're going to add that as a perk. I'm just telling you. I have not read that anywhere. That's just my kind of looking ahead and seeing where things are going. Okay. So to move on, I wanted to talk mobile apps. I think at this point my phone's given up on the computer. Hopefully it's still there. Yay, it is. So let's hit this really quick if we can. Some basic mobile apps and in light of organizing. That's really why I wanted to hit this. So, we're talking about having a shopping list and getting ready to go to the store. So one of the big parts that people struggle with is remembering mobile apps. So here you don't even have to take the coupons with you in a sense. I don't have to remember to use them in the store, but I do have to remember to use them when I get home. So a few things that can hopefully help you. One in particular is if you're struggling with remembering, is coming through, and when you print your shopping list, so I'm just hovering over Ibotta offers here, but when you print your shopping list, possibly if you're struggling with forgetting, highlighting those offers with a highlighter so that when I'm shopping in the store, I see this bright yellow line under a few things. This is going to remind me, oh, these have a mobile app. This is why this highlighter is here, so that I can remember to do a couple of things. So if I'm using a mobile app, I want to remember, so let's look at a few here. I want to remember to scan the item in the store to make sure that that offer is still available before I purchase it. So one big example right now is Nivea. We've got a lot of free offers in Target with Nivea. So we've got like $2 off men's shave gel. Well, you've got a $1 coupon and it only costs $2.99. It's free. But it doesn't mean that even if I save this, so I just clicked that little plus sign, even if I save this offer, it doesn't mean that it's mine. This offer could still go away tomorrow. It will not be saved in my Ibotta account. So I want to highlight it on my shopping list, and I want to remember in the store to check and make sure that the offer is still there before I check out. So a quick way to do that, obviously you can search for the word Nivea, but you can also use the barcode scanner that's here. I'm looking to see what I might have. This is just random. For some reason, and on my dining room table, and there are no offers here, but just to show you, I can scan the barcode and it will see if there are any deals. There are no deals for Orville Redenbacher. It'll maybe show you something else, but there are no offers for Orville Redenbacher. Instead, I've gotten related offers. But in the store, if I'm trying to see, is that Nivea offer still there, all I gotta do is just grab the item and scan the barcode. I can't move the phone. If I move the phone, it kicks it out every time. Let me see if I can bring it back. We had it for a second. So there we go. So once I've scanned the barcode, and let me just show you that again, but it's right up here in this top search bar. You see the barcode symbol. So that's right here. All you do is just click that barcode symbol and it brings up the barcode search. So you can do that in the store. It takes 2 seconds. Pull up all your offers, whatever it pulls up. So you see these circles off to the side. I need to click them. I need to load them. If I do not load them, they will not apply. So when you're shopping in Target, Target is a linked store. So meaning when I go shopping in Target, you can see at the top, my account is linked. I'm going to click on how it works just so you can see the pop-up. But basically, Target tells Ibotta what I purchased. So all I have to do is just save the offers. Target's gonna tell them that I bought it and I'm gonna get the money back in my Ibotta account. It's that simple. I don't have to take pictures here. I don't have to scan barcodes when I get home. I just have to make sure I've saved it before I purchase it. So that's where scanning the barcode in the store is huge. That's where possibly highlighting the item on your shopping list is huge so that you don't forget to load those offers. But even for folks that are going to take pictures of them, one in particular, I don't know if it's going to be in here because I've already redeemed it. We've got offers for, oh, they're back. I've already done these. I've done these so many times. I will totally buy more. So Kill Cliff energy drinks. These are on sale in Publix for $2. I bought these, I've already done this deal twice. These offers keep coming back. So it's a limit of 3. I could load this again, buy 3 more. I'm gonna pay $6 in the store. I'm gonna submit a picture of my receipt and I'm gonna get $6 back. And the sweet part is that it's good on the Recover and it's good on the energy drink. So that makes 6 total, 3 of each that you can get that are free. Yeah, pretty sweet. But on this type of deal, just to save you a little bit of time, again, highlight it on your shopping list so you don't forget to use it. But also remember, those 2 offers they make for a completely free item. And they don't always last long. I'm actually kind of shocked that they're back in my account. I just submitted them last Wednesday, and I can buy them again, gladly. That $2 sale, by the way, is gonna keep running. It's not with the weekly ad, it's with the new extra savings flyer. So just wait and grab them when you get to the store on Wednesday if you want, if the offer is still there, hopefully. But with this type of offer, I would actually recommend that this be I submitted the receipt on the bumper of the back of the car. So I've got the bottles right there. I did it in the parking lot. I did not wait until I got home because I'm not guaranteed that offer is still gonna be there. It says it has 6 days left. It says it's gonna expire on 10/4, but that doesn't mean that it really is gonna go away on 10/4. If the whole world went out tonight and bought free Kill Cliff Recover and free Kill Cliff Ignite, they aren't gonna be there. They're gonna get used up. So just a tip with mobile apps on that one, that you kind of use that barcode scanner to your advantage and then you don't wait to submit them. So I talked about that one last week too in terms of mistakes, but hopefully that helps a little bit. And just a quick one. So just some tips on using that barcode scanner, how to keep track of them in the store for Ibotta. So Ibotta is not the only one that is a kind of redeems for you. Saving Star is another one. Saving Star is an app that does have some stores that are direct linked. So if you're trying to decide which apps to get started with, Saving Star could be an easy one for you because you don't have to remember in some stores to do any work. They're gonna just tell you, they're gonna tell Saving Star what you purchased and you're gonna get your money back. Super, super easy. But then there are some others that are easy and then I don't have to do extra work. I just take a picture of my receipt. I don't have to scan barcodes. I don't have to do anything extra. So that would be where Fetch might come in for you. So with Fetch, you buy the items, you take a picture of the receipt and it gives you those points back. Some of these offers differ by user, but one in particular, if you've got babies, would be this guy. 12,000 points in Fetch is equal to $12. So you buy the case of Huggies Special Deliveries. This is the larger box. You're gonna get 12 bucks back. Well, to give you an idea of how to use this, you go to Target. Target's giving a gift card deal this week on all baby care, $20 gift card on a $100 purchase. You buy a case. This is good one time. Well, you just got 12 bucks back. We've got other offers for other things like the Pull-Ups New Leaf. Work those all together and take advantage of your mobile apps. So again, highlighting them on your shopping list so you don't forget. And I'll back out just so you can see. These are the main apps that I use on a regular basis. I know I'm kind of giving you a crash course here so that I can get back to some questions, but Ibotta being the biggest, Ibotta has probably over 700, 800 offers right now. And then Checkout 51, Saving Star being the next two. They're pretty much even. And Fetch is the smallest, but you do earn points on any purchase. So there are bonus offers in there like the Huggies, but any receipt that you upload to Fetch, you're gonna earn points on. So, it's worth grabbing and uploading all your receipts into Fetch if you wanted to, just to earn those extra points. If you're just getting started, pick one mobile app. Don't try to keep tabs on every single one of these apps. You're gonna go a little crazy trying to keep tabs on all those apps. You're not gonna be able to find all the offers or remember which app had which offer. And then also remember that these are on the shopping list on Southern Savers. So if you're pulling your shopping list, all of the coupons that I know about are right there for you. The goal is to make that as easy as possible. So do whatever you need to do to highlight them, to make your brain remember that they're there so that you don't forget to use them. They all pretty much work the same way though. So you're gonna go to the store, you're gonna buy the item, and then you're gonna get your money back like a rebate. You're just gonna have the money back in the app. When you have $20 saved up, you can get it back. PayPal, gift cards, they give you a number of options to cash out. But that's kind of the general gist of how most of them work, and a quick overview on some of the couponing apps. And that was all my goal was, to try to hit all of this again. Oh yes, so Paige is asking, so jumping back into questions, Paige is asking, can I show how to set your Southern Savers account to select just your newspaper? Definitely, Paige. So I'm back on my shopping list, but this is also on the main site. If you're logged in, your name will be over here in the corner. I clicked on my name, but you can click on Edit Profile, which is the second drop down under your name. This is also an option in the mobile app. And in your profile, you can select not only your newspapers, but your stores. So let me see how big I can make this for you. So I have the State, which is my local newspaper set, and I have Sunday coupon insert set. So if you get Sunday coupon inserts, it's in the database. They're actually for my inserts. My mother steals them and puts them in for me. So you can set whatever newspaper you get. We do not have every newspaper in the Southeast covered. It's done by volunteers. So if you find that your local newspaper is not in there, you can send me a message and I will just share with you how simple it is. It takes, I don't know, maybe 30 minutes a week to enter them and to send them to us, and we will get your newspaper in there. But a good chunk are, so you can set more than one if you wanted to. The stores, if you select specific stores, so I have the stores that I tend to shop the most selected, that totally factors in to the item search. That's all that selecting your stores there will do, but if I go to the item search and I'm searching for a specific deal, you can see 6 stores are selected, so it automatically pulls that up. If I'm looking for a deal this week on paper towels, then I'm going to see all the current sales on paper towels this week around town. And it's just going to give me all the lists that I can go for. You do have to think about however we would have typed that in. So one little warning on that one, toilet paper is not called toilet paper, it's called bath tissue. So you gotta think about what the grocery store calls it, but you get the idea. If I wanted a deal on coffee, I can go brand specific or not brand specific, but it's just for me going to return those stores that I already pre-selected in my profile. So if you are wanting to kind of narrow down the item search, your profile is a great way to do that. So hopefully that answers your question, Paige. So Josie says, since I've linked my Target account to Ibotta, how do I know if the offer is still there before I buy it, since they only credit my account 24 hours later? So great question, Josie. So when you link your account in Target through Ibotta, and I scan an item in Ibotta with the app, so to pull this back up again, if I scan a product, let's go back to Nivea. I'm in Target. I have my Target, I should spell it right. There we go. So my Nivea Shave Gel here. I've loaded it. The check mark is there. The fact that it just shows up for you means it's still there. My Target account is linked, and all that matters is that it was there when you bought it. So a great example for me was last week, Tresemme was a moneymaker in Target, and I grabbed it on Sunday as a moneymaker, but one of those Tresemme Ibotta offers was gone by like Monday morning probably. My Target money did not clear for Ibotta almost until Wednesday. It took a really long time last week, but my Tresemme offer was there. So you just focus on making sure that the offer is there before you check out and that you've saved it. And they're pretty good at lining up timestamps and with offers and crediting it to you, even if the offer has technically disappeared. But you purchased it when the offer was still good. That's all on them, but they're pretty good at getting that one right. So you just make sure you scan the barcode. The offer actually pulls up, it's still there, and you shouldn't worry about it from there on. Nadine, are there any Costco membership deals? Right now, the only deal that's available for Costco is a $10 Costco cash card for the basic membership, or a $20 cash card for the plus, whatever they call their executive membership. I had to think about that one for a second. There are no other deals. That's like kind of the ongoing, always deal for Costco. And I don't know that we'll see another one for them before next year. The one we just saw that was on Groupon was kind of an anomaly, really. We've not seen a deal like that for Costco in ages. So it might not be what you want to hear, but I guess I'd get the $10 gift card. If you're wanting anything, it's better than nothing. So in terms of organization, I know we kind of crashed through 2 topics there, and hopefully for someone that was brand new, if you're wanting a little bit more, I've actually done a few different videos on organization. So I would point you here because it's easier to find, no offense to Facebook, but I would point you to our YouTube account. So youtube.com/Southern Savers. And I have an entire playlist of organization and walking you through each section of options for how to organize your coupons. So if you need a more in-depth versus kind of me just showing it to you really quick, watch those and get some ideas with those. And send me messages too if you have follow-up questions. We've also done playlists and videos on every single mobile app that is out there, from Target Circle to Ibotta to Saving Star. So if you've got a specific question on a specific app, YouTube to the rescue on that one too. There are a lot of videos on our YouTube page, and hopefully those can kind of help to hit a specific question if you've got questions that are out there. I did mention, those are the apps that I just mentioned, which again are Ibotta, Saving Star, Checkout 51, and Fetch are the 4 main couponing apps that work at pretty much every store that you're going to shop at. But don't forget about having your stores app that you're headed into. Like Target, you should not be shopping in Target without the Target app. You're totally missing out on hundreds of coupons through Target Circle. But that's not the only store either. All of our grocery stores and the massive amount of digital coupons that are available, having the store's app on your phone does give you the ability in the store to be loading digital coupons. And even if you don't have data, that's an issue for you. Most of these stores have free Wi-Fi. So connecting to the Wi-Fi, loading the digital coupons that you need in the store, you should do that. Also, most of these stores, they now have barcode scanners in their apps. So you're not even gonna have to spend a ton of time finding these offers. I've been known to do that. If I find a deal I wasn't expecting, because that's one question that I usually get when we talk organizing, I'm telling you, I bring only what I knew of in a Ziploc bag. What happens if I find a deal I wasn't expecting? The first thing I'll usually do is go hunting on the store's app. Is there a digital coupon for it? Go hunting in the Southern Savers app through the coupon database. Is there a mobile app for it? I don't usually start going app by app by app. I totally go to the database first because they're all in the database. So there's no point in sitting here and pulling up, each app and scanning each app's barcode. Just go to the database on Southern Savers and through the database, search for that product and then go to the app. You're gonna save yourself a lot of time to just kind of go straight there versus app by app by app. So use the database in the store. Use your store apps in the store to find any digital offers, and then your mobile app. So I do, you can see my little pockets. I have all my little stores in a pocket, and then I have all of my coupons in a pocket, and they just make me happy that way. But those are the things that I would head into the store. If you're using a smartphone, connect to the store's Wi-Fi if data is an issue, and then take advantage of everything that you can that is on the phone. Okay, so 1 or 2 last questions. Sheila's asking, are there any Sam's Club membership deals? Sheila, there is one. I've got to hunt down a working link for it because they constantly keep changing it. But if you will send me a Facebook message, I'm guessing if you're on the Facebook side. If you're not on the Facebook side, because I don't, my husband sent me your message. So send me a Facebook message and then I will be able to reconnect with you and I will find a working link for you. Every time I put it in a post, the link ends up going dead within 24 hours, but I will find a working link for you. So Sam's is running a $45 gift card back with a new membership. The new membership costs $45, so it's a free membership, but they're trying to limit it. So that's why the link keeps going dead, and then you have to find a new one and make a new link. So I can't share it across the board, but if you will send me a Facebook message, I will go hunting and find a link that works for you. And that will make a free Sam's Club membership. That offer is going to end October 10th. So when I send you the link, it's going to be working then. So you need to use it then. No pressure. But I will gladly hunt one down for you, Sheila, and try to get it to you that way. Okay, so I think I've hit everyone's questions. We didn't go super over tonight. We're going to be back same time, same place every Monday night. That's how things tend to work around here. I do not specifically have topics set for the upcoming week. So if there's something that you want us to talk about and we haven't hit on it in a while, or you've got a lot of questions, feel free to chime in, send me a Facebook message, send me an email. I'm always glad to answer or talk about whatever it is that you want to talk about. I do think kind of looking ahead, my plan for next week in general was to talk about a pre-holiday budget check-in and some ways to make some extra money over the holiday season. if you've got some better ideas, we can go there too, but that's what I plan on talking about next week. So getting our finances ready for some Christmas shopping and potentially some higher bills too that come with the holidays. So if you can, join back in next Monday night, 8:30. I'll also be back online tomorrow, Tuesday at 2 for all of this week's drugstore deals. I just got all the Walgreens month-long deals tonight, so I gotta get them all typed up and ready for you guys. But tomorrow at 2 o'clock, I'll be back live with all of the deals to grab this week and this month in Walgreens and CVS. So thanks for joining me tonight, and hopefully I'll catch you back online sometime in the next week. Y'all have a great night.